good Saturday morning. It is early on Saturday morning, and I've already gotten stuff accomplished. I told you several times that we are going out today with our besties. We are doing a murder mystery thing in Philadelphia, where we walk around the city collecting clues and stuff like that. Well, the pants I wanted to wear today were in the hamper. You know, you have that favorite pair of pants, and I have a favorite pair of denim capris, and that's what I wanted to wear today because the weather's supposed to be pretty decent. So I got up, did an early load of laundry so I could wear those, and now I'm going to get breakfast started. The boys got home yesterday, so you know I'm a happy mama. It was wonderful. Doug went and picked them up, and Adam's girlfriend came over and surprised him. And we all had dinner together. I made a taco feast, and I made their favorite brownies with homemade ice cream for brownie sundaes. I just made myself a 2-point chocolate mug cake, and had a little bit of ice cream. So I did well. And what else? And that's it. We just kind of enjoyed each other's company last night. And wow, it is bright. Let the sun shine in, right? Wow. So now I am up to get breakfast started because my boys are hitting the ground running. They, like I said, they got home yesterday, and today they have their lifeguard recertification. It is going to be so stinking cold because it's at the pool that is the club that we belong to, and it's outside. And right now, so you know the cover's been off for a couple of weeks, but the pool's not heated, so the water's freezing, and it's only 51 degrees out right now. Now it's supposed to get up to like 72, but yeah, it's gonna be freezing. So I'm hoping they're not in the water too long. I don't know. So they have that from 10 to 4 today. And we're leaving at 9:30 to go. We can start the murder thing. It's like at your own pace. You use an app. We can start it at 9. The latest you're allowed to start it is 2, and you have to be done by 5. They say it takes the average teams 2 hours to do it. I don't know. It looks really complicated. But I will definitely take you along and let you know and show you what we're doing with that. Should be fun. Adam wanted... Now, I am not one to make different meals for different people. I never did that when my kids were growing up. They ate whatever I cooked, and I never bought into that whole kid food thing. Like, if I was making fish, that's what we put on their plates. Like, I never bought into that whole, oh, well, it's fish and they're kids and they won't like it, so I'll make them chicken nuggets type thing. And it's funny because my mom never did that to us, but as soon as there were grandkids around, she's like, oh, you're going to give them fish? They won't like that. I'm like, really? Because you made us eat fish. So I never bought into that. And I think that's why my kids are such good eaters today. I never made separate meals. But this morning I am, because Adam really wants eggs and Andrew really wants chocolate chip pancakes. So I'm going to make 2 meals. I'll never forget, along those lines, when we took them to Disney, we had a meal plan. And we had, you know, the 3 adult meal plan and the 2 kids, because my brother-in-law went with us. After the second day, my kids were so over the kids' meals, because the kids' meals were the same choices. Like, they were hot dogs, chicken nuggets, and hamburgers. And we're going to these places, and my kids are like, well, we want, you know, the fish, or we want the steak, or we want the whatever. Luckily, we were able to, there was so much food on the meal plan, we were able to like share meals with them, and they didn't have to eat all that kind of kid food. Because my kids are foodies. Even today, like, we would go to restaurants when they were little, and they would not order off the kids' menu because it was the same old things. Like, and they would be like, well, we want crab cakes. Well, we want lamb. And it was funny because we just asked. And at so many restaurants, if you just ask, like, I would say, look, they really want the crab cakes. Is there any way we can make the crab cakes a kid's meal? Like, instead of having two, can like you make it one? Or restaurants were so accommodating, so it always worked out. But anyway, with all that said, I am making 2 different breakfasts this morning. So I'm going to get bacon started because that's the common denominator with these breakfasts is the bacon. And get everything else going, get coffee going because they want coffee. And yeah, so I will be back and show you what I decide to eat. Okay, everybody else is fed. Now it's Mom's turn. I have 2 scrambled eggs for 0 points on blue and purple, 2 slices of bacon for 2 points, and I have 1 blueberry pancake. I'm gonna throw 2 points at it because it's kind of big, and probably about a 1/4 teaspoon of syrup, so not even gonna count that. So there is my breakfast. Okay. I cannot tell you how excited I am, but now I have to wait to tell you how excited I am because we need to get our team together. Okay, our app is all set up. Like I said, I cannot tell you how excited I am for this just because it has been a year and March, April, May, 3 months since we've had a real double date. And we double date every single month, at least once a month. So I am thrilled to be hanging out with this motley crew to do this murder mystery. It's called The Ripper, so it's a little bit dark. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. There's 70 people participating in this today in Philadelphia, so we shall see. It is at your own pace. We had to come up with a team name, and we are the G17 squad. G for Gibbstown, 17 because that's our exit number, and everything in New Jersey is an exit because everybody lives off an exit in New Jersey. And then squad because, you know, we're squad. So we have our apps downloaded. We're listening to our briefing from our chief detective, and we'll go from there. I probably should have brought a notebook and pen, is my guess.
I don't have a notebook, but I have a notepad. So.
Okay. And we can also use notes in our phone.
Sure.
Because apparently Helen Price is an important name we need to remember because they keep mentioning her. I'll bring you along. Okay, here we go. We really have no clue what we're doing. The app is very confusing, but we're hitting start, so our timer is going, and now we just have to go look for witnesses. I don't know. We're all a little bit confused, so hopefully we'll figure it out and hopefully solve this thing. That is City Hall in Philadelphia. That is William Penn sitting atop City Hall. Okay, this is so much harder than we thought it was going to be, but it's fun. There's so many other groups walking around the city doing it. We actually just sort of teamed up with this other group because we were all overthinking the puzzle and the clue. I mean, we knew it, but then we were overthinking it. So we teamed up with them, we got it, and now we're on to more clues. This is really kind of fun. We are still going strong. We have been out at this for 2 hours. We think we're starting to narrow it down. We've walked about 3 miles. Yeah. It's so much fun running into like all the other groups that are doing it and hearing their little conversations and stuff. So if you ever have a chance, if Clued Up ever comes to a city near you, definitely check it out because it's a lot of fun. This one's a little bit gory because it's like, you know, a murder. But we think it's a nurse, and we think she used a scalpel. But we shall see. We could be very wrong.
We did it. I'm not surprised because we're smart. We were overthinking a few things, underthinking a few others, and we did it. We were not top of the leaderboard. We actually knew it much earlier than we let on, because we wanted to collect more clues, and we stopped for lunch. We thought it was obvious. So it was a lot of fun, and I would definitely recommend that if this comes to a city near you. It was pretty cool. So hoping we can do something like this again in the fall or in the spring if it comes around.
Clued up.
Clued up. Yes, that's what it's, clued up. CLUEDUPP.
All one word.
All one word, clued up. So lots of fun and highly recommend it. I think we got home from Philly just in time because if you can see, the wind is picking up, the sky is getting dark, and we are supposed to get a thunderstorm. So we are going to try to get our vining vegetables into the garden before it rains. That's our plan right now. We've got to get those in. Doug is trying to corral the dog. So we've been putting the chickens out in the coop during the day. They are not old enough to be out here full time yet. They're not fully feathered, and it still gets too cold at night. So they're still in the house at night, but during the day we've been trying to put them out here when it's nice, just to give them room and give them, you know, some fun. Well, Ari is going crazy now. She just stands at the coop and barks and barks and barks and barks. She's really good with them in the house, but I guess she doesn't like them out here. So we're working on that. But here, let me see if I can show you the girls in their coop. Hey, girls. And we are still pretty convinced that Jenny is Jeremy. But they are absolutely loving life outside. So I'm anxious for them to get out here full time. Number one, just to get them out of my house. And number two, because it's just a better situation for them. But they're just not quite ready yet. I actually probably should get ready to take them in now because the temperature has dropped significantly. But I think they're okay for now. So we're going to try to get these plants in and all that before the rain hits. The boys had their recertification day for lifeguard. I can't even imagine how cold it is. I think I talked about that this morning. Especially now. The temperature must have dropped like 20 degrees. So it's supposed to be really nice all week though. I think tomorrow's supposed to rain, but it's supposed to be nice the rest of the week. Tomorrow we're gonna go to church, and then we have an escape room. I couldn't get the 12:30 slot. I waited too long, so we're not going till 2, which is fine. And then we'll come home and we'll order our seafood feast. So I'm excited for that. But for now, I need to go help Doug with the garden so we can get this in before the rain hits. And then just kind of chill for the rest of the night. The boys are both going out tonight. Adam's going to his girlfriend's house to celebrate her mother's birthday. And Andrew is meeting up with friends that he hasn't seen in a couple months. So should be a good time, I hope. We'll see. I'll be back when we get everything in the garden. Okay, we got a little change of plans. I am running out to the nursery. Doug decided that 12 bean plants are not enough. He wants 24. So I am going to get more green bean plants, pole beans actually. So if that's what Farmer Doug wants, that's what I'm going to do. And hopefully, like I said, we'll get them in before the rain. If not, we'll do it in the rain. That's what you have to do. We're not going to melt. Wouldn't be the first time we worked in the rain. You got to use your time when you have it, and we have it right now, so we got to use it. It's rain. It's not like, you know, it's not like we're out there in snow and getting frostbite. So can't let a whole afternoon go to waste, because you know that's not us. We are movers, we are shakers. We got to get stuff done. It's killing me tomorrow that we're doing this escape room in the middle of the day, because I'm like, oh, that's burning daylight hours. So we still have a few things to do on the coop. We need to put the feeders in. They're going to be really super cool. I'm excited for those. And we need to start building the run, because these girls are going to be out there in 2 or 3 weeks and they need their run. I don't really think that's not going to take nearly as long as the coop did, because there's no like roof. There's no shingles. It's basically a box. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Running to the nursery. I'd rather be getting my hands in the dirt, but that's okay. This is what Doug needs me to do, so this is what I'll do. Oh, you saw my lunch. We all were getting a little bit hungry, and we also needed to take a break. My bestie, Krista, who we were with, she has a knee and a back injury right now, so she was getting really sore and tired, so we needed to take a break. And let me tell you, between the places not doing indoor seating still in the city and places that are just closed now, there wasn't a whole lot of choices. Our choice was not a chain restaurant, our first choice, but we just decided we were right there. We were able to pause the game. So we just went to Chili's, and I wasn't sad because I knew that there were things on Chili's menu that, you know, were pretty much friendly. So you saw what I had. I had the ancho salmon, it's called. It's a beautiful piece of salmon, and it was cooked perfectly. And it had a little bit of sauce on it that was a little spicy, so I pushed most of the sauce off and did not eat that. And I did eat my asparagus, but the rice was pretty much like they took it out of the rice bag and put it on the plate. I don't think they cooked it for more than 2 minutes. It was so crunchy and so hard, and yeah. So, and Jeff and I got the same thing. We both got that. It was between that and the Caribbean salad, which Doug ended up getting. And Jeff's rice was the same as mine. So neither one of us ate the rice. So I'm really proud. I think I did very well with the piece of salmon and the asparagus. Now, I know it's not all 0 points because there was some sauce on it. Like I said, I pushed 90% of the sauce off. But I'm sure there was a little bit of oil on it, on the salmon. And I'm sure the roasted asparagus had some oil on it. And I'm fine with that. You need oil, you need fat. I am not one to cook things dry. Nope. I use olive oil. I really don't even use spray anymore. I use olive oil. So I'll throw a couple points at it. And then if we get hungry later for dinner, probably not till later, like 7 o'clock or so, I have a ton of leftover tacos from last night. I don't know who I thought I was feeding. I guess I thought they were going to be hungrier. But I have a lot of taco stuff left, and I made ground beef and chicken. So the chicken is 0, so I'll eat some chicken. I'll probably make a taco salad. The only points will be for a little bit of cheese and a little bit of sour cream probably. And maybe a tortilla. We'll see. Those homemade tortillas I made are the bomb. I made them once last year, and then kind of during quarantine, and then didn't make them anymore, and then started again back in February. And I don't know why I ever stopped, because they are, and yeah, they're more points. They are. But you know what? At this point in my life, I need to eat what tastes good, and I just need to eat less of it. And these tasted amazing. And I had one last night, and I did have a hard shell taco also, and then I had like a little taco salad. So I had like the best of all the worlds last night. And I think it was 3 points for the tortilla. And you know what? It was so good. So good. And for me now, at this point in my life, it's worth it. It's worth the 3 points versus some of the other like low carb or low point wraps. They just don't do it for me. They just don't. I mean, if you love them, I'm glad. I'm happy for you. And I'm thrilled that you can find something that low in point that you love. And you know what I always say, eat what you love and love what you eat. So if you love them, perfect. I love these. So I'll take the 3 point hit for one of them. Yeah, they ate them up like crazy last night, so that was good. I think there's a couple left because it made a lot. It made like 16 of them. So I may have one of those today. It depends. I'll have to see what, what we feel like once we decide we're hungry and decide to eat. I did have a cup of hot tea and forgot to bring it with me. Oops. I've got some blackberry iced tea brewing for a nice little treat. I just drink that, you know, without any sugar, because that's how I like it. So that's that. I am almost to the nursery, so I will let you go. And I'll show you all the plants when we get them in the ground. I don't think we're going to trellis or stake them today because they're small enough. Right now, we don't have to. We'll probably work on that next weekend. You know, because they do grow fast. I can't believe how big the tomatoes are. The potatoes are going crazy. I told Doug, I'm like, I am so excited to dig those things up. I cannot wait to see. I hope so. We'll see. But I'll be back when we're done planting. I'll show you the garden, give you a little garden tour. And then that's probably the rest of the excitement for the day. I really thought like, what else could I have filmed today while we were walking around the city? But really nothing. I tried at one point to film Doug's phone to show you the app, but it was way too sunny and bright to show you. It was really cool. It was all app based and GPS based. So you walked around the city and like there were like suspects and clues, places, and you had to find them. And I just realized I overshot the nursery because you had to just, and like once you got to the clue, like it would just pop up on your screen. Because you know, during COVID, like there were no like live people or anything. So it was just all app based and all like reading based and all. And it was funny when we went to make our accusation, went to make our arrest. We were like, should we hit it? Are we sure? Are we sure? We're like, yeah, we're sure. We knew this. And we knew it so much earlier, but we were just afraid. So I guess it's all the murder mysteries I read and all the Murder, She Wrote I used to watch and all the escape rooms we do. Who knows? It was fun though. Okay, I am here. I will talk to you soon. Kind of hard to see, it's kind of bright, but all of our potatoes are down along this first line. You can see it has all the irrigation lines run. We've got our broccoli right here, peppers next to the broccoli, and then all the tomatoes. Lots of tomatoes, peppers, lettuce, eggplant, then zucchini back there, pole beans back there. They'll get trellised. And then cucumbers all along here and along the back, which will also get trellised. So looking good, looking good, looking good. The irrigation's working well. There was only one little bust in a hose. We got that replaced because we do have a lot of extra hose. So feeling good about this year's bounty. Excuse me. Next up on our list right now is we are going to remove the little Tykes car. Get rid of this boxwood because it's ugly. So we're going to get rid of that. I'm not going to worry about taking it out in one piece. I'm just going to chop it out and just kind of replace it with some hosta or something. I believe, because we have some extra hosta from where we ripped out the garden in the back. So I think we're just going to put that there and leave this kind of plain. So that's next on our list. Big bush out and just stuck a couple hostas that we rehomed from the back. So that little area is done. And now we took a minute to hang out the hanging basket out front. And now we are working over on this area a little bit. It's probably just going to stay pretty empty. This is where we moved the forsythia bush. So now we just need to readjust the grill a little bit. So I don't really know if I want to do anything back here this year. Kind of wait and see. It is 7:30. We have called it quits for the night and we rounded up the chickens, got them back in the brooder. Now it's time to have a little bit of dinner because we are hungry. So we're just having the leftover tacos from last night. Doug wants nachos, beef nachos, and I'm gonna have some kind of chicken something or other. I haven't decided. Salad, taco, I don't know. So you'll see it when I do. So here's what I ended up with. I ended up with one of my homemade tortillas for 3 points. everything else on there probably adds up to 1 point. I have a teaspoon of shredded cheese. I have about a half a teaspoon of sour cream, and that's about it. So I'm going to count 4 points for this. And then I have a little taco salad. The only thing I have to count here is the sour cream and the cheese. So that is 3 points altogether for this. So 7 points for my dinner tonight. Good early Sunday morning. I completely forgot to close this out last night because I kind of kept falling asleep on the couch. We had a busy day yesterday. And look what faces I have. So you know I'm a happy mama. So today we were supposed to go to the escape room, and we just found out, and we were going to this particular escape room because this is where Adam's girlfriend works, and she was going to be our game master. Well, she got the stomach bug in the middle of the night. So she won't be going to work. So I am going to try to call and see if we can reschedule. I'm not sure what their policy is. If they let us reschedule, then that's what we'll do. If not, then we're just going to have to go because I'm not losing all that money. Now we're just holding our breath to see when Adam gets the stomach bug. It is going around so bad. So bad. One of my subscribers said that it is the norovirus, this strain, and it's wicked. So yeah, now we're just holding our breath. As long as we don't get it again. As long as it just, yeah. So who knows what we're doing today. It is completely up in the air, but I'm kind of on the sick watch for these two. I thought they were going to be spared since, you know, we all had it before they even came home, but it doesn't look like it. So we are on our way to 7:30 Mass, and then the rest of the day is up in the air. We'll see. We are home and ready to get to work. I called the escape room and asked them if we could reschedule, not cancel, you know, I don't want a refund, just reschedule for another time since Grace is sick. We went out to breakfast after church. I didn't film because we were just enjoying each other's company, and sometimes picking up the camera just kind of breaks the mood. We went to the same little place that Doug and I went last week, the Railroad, and I got what Doug got last week, the egg and cheese crepes. I did eat the crepes. I did not eat any toast. I did not eat any potatoes. I just ate the crepes. I have no idea how to point them. I'll have to sit and go through the app and see what I can find. There was hardly any cheese in there at all, so I'm not worried about that. The eggs, the crepes, and there was probably about 1 to 2 tablespoons of hollandaise sauce and about 2 slices of bacon. So I'll be able to figure that out. There was a hoagie sale at church today, so the guys all got hoagies. I did not get hoagies because I'm not going to eat one. And after breakfast, I won't eat again till dinner time anyway. So now after breakfast, Adam said he wasn't feeling good. So God only knows. Yeah. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But for now, oh, and we stopped and got those bean plants that they were holding for us today. So we're going to get those in the ground and get some other stuff done since we're not going to the escape room. So we'll just spend the day working around the house, and the boys need to work on getting all of their crap put away because there's a lot of it. So they're going to work on just trying to get that organized the best they can. So at least for 3 months anyway. Okay, getting in those last little amounts of beans. So we're going to end up with 2 different kind of beans, but it's all good. We'll still have enough beans to hopefully enjoy all summer and hopefully be able to either can some or freeze some for over the winter. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. So while Doug is finishing up that, yesterday I told you we ripped that bush out and we just put some hostas in. And then I put my little tipsy pots here. They were back in the corner where the forsythia were. And I just put my little other one here. I think I'm going to plant some herbs in here. I think. That's my plan. I just have to remember to water them. But in the tipsy pots, I just got a couple of wave petunias and some ivy. I'm going to try to split it up and plant those in there and see if I remember to water those. This is why we have automatic waterers and automatic irrigation system for the vegetable garden. But I think with having to come out and do the chickens every morning at the butt crack of dawn, that watering these will just become routine, you know, part of my morning routine. At least that's my hope. We'll see. I'll show you when I'm done. I totally forgot to show you my new boots. Check out my new sloggers. They've got chickens on them. The boys got these for me for Mother's Day. I absolutely love them, and they will definitely come in handy when cleaning out the coop and doing some gardening. Okay, next project. We are making the PVC feeders for the coop. We're gonna make 3. 2 are gonna have regular chick feed in them, and 1 will have their calcium, like oyster shells, in it. So that's next. Hopefully it'll work out like I have in my head, and we'll see what happens. And when I go back up to the front of the yard, I will show you my planters. They turned out okay. They're not great. I'm not great with flowers. Yeah, they look pretty and all, but I'm just not great with flowers. Okay, the girls, boys, whatever they are, seem to like the new feeders, and it's really going to be easy. They're mounted on the outside, so we just have to pull the cap off and fill it with feed. And gravity works, and it comes right down. So we won't have to worry about filling it every day. The one here on the end, this last one, is going to be when they get older for oyster shells, for extra calcium for them. And we also mounted their larger waterer on a hook to keep it off the ground. And they've discovered that, and that seems to be working well. I'm just looking forward to the day when they can be out here all day and all night, and we don't have to bring them in every night. So the last improvement to the coop today is a little swing for the girls to play on. I don't know. It said to give them stuff to do, and one of the things listed was a little swing. So piece of scrap wood and some rope, and they have a swing. We'll see if anybody actually uses it. So I believe we are done coop improvements for the day. And I think Doug wants to clean out the shed. So that's what we're going to work on now. We did take a little break this afternoon for an hour and took a nice little nap. So my faux Mother's Day is not quite turning out like I had planned. We did not go to the escape room. They gave me a refund. We're going to reschedule it because I said Grace got sick and wasn't working. So what was the point? Well, guess what? Now Adam's sick. We all went out to breakfast and he ate, but he only ate about half, and he said it was kind of sitting in his stomach, but it took this long. It is 4:30 and he just started getting sick. So now I'm guessing Andrew's going to get it. And these kids have a very super busy week. They both have dental appointments tomorrow. They both have their COVID vaccine on Tuesday. Adam has his physical on Tuesday. Andrew has to go to his work tomorrow to do something. Adam has a staff meeting on Wednesday. Andrew has a physical appointment Thursday. These kids have stuff all week, so hopefully we're not going to have to reschedule. The worst thing to reschedule will be the dentist, because I don't know if they'll be able to get them in before they go back to school. So, craziness. But we're getting a lot done. We're actually almost done cleaning out the shed. Got rid of a bunch of crap out of here. Stuff, high quality merchandise.
Yeah.
I put it on that Facebook group in my town. Like, you can just put stuff up for free. So it's gone, which is a beautiful thing. Let it bless somebody else. My eyes are driving me nuts because of all the dust out here. So we have had a super duper productive day. We are going to stop around 5 o'clock and have dinner and then just call it a night. And well, we were going to like play a game or something, but Adam's definitely not in the mood for that. So we're just going to probably hang out and chill. We'll see. But I'll be back and I'll show you. I ended up not eating lunch because, you know, we had a very big breakfast. And lately, I'll tell you, ever since I really switched over and I'm really careful about what I'm eating and like eating more of the whole foods and things like that, I don't really need lunch anymore. Like, I am so satisfied from breakfast that it really takes me right into dinner. Like, I'll have some veggies or some fruit or something to pick on in the afternoon, but I don't need that meal. It's wonderful because I feel like I'm satisfied and satiated and I'm not hungry. If I was hungry, I'm going to feed the hunger. I will definitely feed the hunger. I would never let myself go super hungry. Doug's having fun with some of the boys' old toys he's finding in the shed. He just flew this massive styrofoam plane out the door and started laughing, so it must have landed somewhere funny.
It crashed and both wings fell off.
Oh, it crashed and both wings fell off. It's probably dry rotted. But anyway, so I still am not hungry, but the seafood place closes, so we had to order for pickup by 5, so anyway. We'll see. And I've been working my butt off today. We've gotten a lot done. So I just love productive days. I just said that to Doug. I said, I love at the end of the day when I feel so exhausted, but just so productive, whether it be in the house doing household chores or housekeeping chores, homemaking chores, or whether it be outside helping him build, helping him clean, helping him plant, whatever. So I just feel good. Next Saturday, we're hoping to get the run built all in one day for the chicks, and then that will be complete. Yes, we'll see. But anyway, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, our dinner tonight, like I said, is gonna be takeout seafood. I have 4 ounces of baked potato with 1 tablespoon of light cream, sour cream, and my hog shrimp, which is a shrimp split open, stuffed with a scallop, wrapped with a little tiny piece of bacon, and grilled. So that is my dinner tonight. Well, friends, it is 5:30. We are finished eating. Adam is still so sick. As a mom, it kills me. I'd rather me be sick. So we are going to finish putting the shed back together. We got it all cleaned out. Now we just have to put everything back. Get the chicks in a little bit. I'll give them another 20 minutes or so out there. And then we are calling it a night. I am going to get this video edited and upload it. And then we are just going to hang out and enjoy each other's company tonight as best we can. More than likely, it'll just be me and Doug. Actually, we need to help the boys pack away some of their college stuff. They took it all upstairs, went through it, and now some of it has to go down the basement. So I think we're going to do that. And then hopefully by 8 o'clock, we'll have our butts on the couch. That's the plan. We'll see. And Doug is still playing with that airplane outside. I just saw it fly by the window again. Boys and their toys. So thank you so much for spending some time with me this weekend. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a great night.